Good morning. You're welcome to Flip TV News. My name is Victor Ajayi. First, the headlines. Court rejects EFCC's request to arraign Yahaya Bello without his counsel. Army confirm arrest of investigative journalist Fisayo Soyombo. Appeal court frees Lagos doctor Femi Olaleye from rape conviction against him. Now the news in full. Court rejects EFCC request to arraign Yahaya Bello without his counsel. The Federal High Court, Abuja, on Friday adjourned sitting on the alleged 80 billion naira fraud charge against the immediate past governor of Kogi State, Yahaya Bello, to December 13, 2024 for the motion for abridgment and possible arraignment. Justice Temeka Nwite adjourned the sitting in the interest of fair hearing, noting that the matter had been originally adjourned to January 21, 2025. When the matter was called on Friday, the former governor was asked why his lawyers were not in court. He said he was only informed of the sitting late Thursday night and so could not contact his lawyers to be at the court. The EFCC counsel Kemi Pinheiro, senior advocate of Nigeria, insisted that the defendant's plea be taken. What the law requires is the presence of the defendant, not the presence of his lawyers, he argued, but the judge declined. While delivering a short ruling, Justice Nwite said the matter came up on the 30th of October 2024. It was adjourned to 21st of January 2025. From the statements of the defendant, his lawyers are not aware of today's date. In the interest of fair hearing, I will not proceed for arraignment. The prosecution should serve the defendant's lawyer with the application for abridgment of time while we come back to take that. This matter is peculiar. It is peculiar in the sense that we have already agreed on a date, which is in January. It will be unfair if the matter is taken without the defendant's counsel. It will be a different thing if the defendant had no counsel, the judge said. The court suggested December 13, 2024 for the motion for abridgment. However, the EFCC counsel applied that the date be for the motion and possible arraignment, and that the court should order that the defendant should remain in EFCC custody till the 13th of December while he is to appear before the court. When he is to appear before the court. The judge agreed and so ordered. He directed that hearing notices be issued and served on the defendant's counsel while the defendant should remain in the EFCC's custody till December 13. Recall that at the last hearing on October 30, Justice Nwite had adjourned arraignment to January 21, 2025, but the EFCC had applied for the abridgment of the adjourned dates initially fixed for arraignment. The defendant's lawyers were, however, not put on notice. Former Governor Bello is already in EFCC custody over a fresh 110 billion naira charge before Justice Mayan Aneli of the Federal High Court of the Federal Capital Territory High Court. The ruling on his bail application was adjourned to December 10, while he and his co-defendants were to remain in the Commission's custody till that date. Army confirm arrest of investigative journalist Fisayo Soyombo. The Nigerian Army has confirmed that investigative journalist Fisayo Soyombo was arrested alongside other suspects at an illegal oil bunkering site. The Army statement came in response to public condemnation over Soyombo's detention. Earlier, the Foundation for Investigative Journalism (FIJ) revealed on its official Twitter handle that Soyombo had been held in Army custody for the past 3 days. The 6th Division of the Nigerian Army in Port Harcourt has been detaining our founder, Fisayo Soyombo, for 3 days now running. Journalism is not a crime, FIJ said. The organization condemned the detention, describing it as an assault on press freedom. Soyombo's detention has triggered an outcry across social media platforms, particularly on Twitter, with #FreeSoyo, #FreeFisayo now gaining traction as Nigerians' rights groups and activists express outrage. Reacting to the outcry in a statement on Friday, the acting deputy director of the 6th Division Army Public Relations, Lieutenant Colonel Danjuma, explained that the operation leading to Soyombo's detention followed intelligence regarding a notorious gang of oil thieves involved in pipeline sabotage and illegal oil connections in the region. According to him, the suspects arrested at the site, including Soyombo, are currently undergoing preliminary investigations to determine their level of involvement. We will Recall that the division has intensified its anti-illegal oil bunkering operations, achieving significant operational successes, Danjuma said. Recently, intelligence revealed that the presence of a notorious gang of oil thieves known for pipeline sabotage and illegal oil collections. It is targeted in a targeted operation. Troops traced the criminals to an illegal oil bunkering site. During the operation, arrests were made, including that of Fisayo Soyombo, who was also detained at the scene. The suspects are currently undergoing preliminary investigations to assess their involvement. Therefore, Soyombo's arrest is linked to the activities of these oil thieves in the region. It is important for media outlets to ensure the accuracy of the information they publish, he added. The division reassures the public of its commitment to curbing criminal activities, particularly oil theft, in the region, which will ultimately help increase oil and gas production in the country, Danjuma concluded. Appeal Court frees Lagos doctor Femi Olaleye from rape conviction against him. The Court of Appeal sitting in Lagos has set aside the conviction and life sentence of Dr. Olufemi Olaleye, medical director and Optimal Cancer Care Foundation, after upholding his appeal against charges of defilement and sexual assault by penetration involving his wife's niece, a minor. In an unanimous decision by the panel, the justice held that the trial court erred in convicting Dr. Olaleye based on tainted and unreliable evidence of his estranged wife, Oluremi, and the alleged survivor. The appellate court said there were material contradictions in the evidence gathered by the prosecution which shouldn't have been relied on by the lower court. Justice Jimmy Bada, who read the late judgment on behalf of the other two justices, also faulted the other evidence of the prosecution during trial, which were from a child forensic specialist, a medical doctor from the Mirabel Center, and the investigating officer, which were found to be worthless. In the words of the appellate justice, the trial judge Rahman Oshodi descended in the arena and interfered in the proceedings to bridge the yawning gaps in the prosecution's case. Recall that sometimes in October 2023, the Special Offences and Domestic Violence Court in Lagos convicted Olaleye on the two-count charge of defilement of a child and sexual assault by penetration. Rahman Oshodi, the judge, had sentenced Olaleye to life imprisonment over rape. Delivering the judgment on Friday, the Court of Appeal also queries why the prosecution failed to present material witnesses such as two family members who witnessed the appellant's alleged confessions. The court added that a trial within trial ought to have been conducted during trial to verify the voluntariness of the appellant's confessional statement while in police custody, which he said he made under duress after he had been detained for 6 days. The Court of Appeal determined all 5 issues of appeal against the prosecution and in favor of the appellant. That will be all on our news updates this morning. Join us for more stories on our channels, Flip TV, Flip TV Plus. My name is Victor Ajayi.